Okay, in my community notes, I'm posting the Idaho law about jury tampering and also a summary from Cornell law that just kind of sums up nationwide what jury tampering is. But no, the Goncalveses are not violating any laws. They are not committing felonies by talking to people in the community to see if there are impartial people. Now I see a lot of people saying, well, they're poisoning the jury pool, just like Bill accused the survey, Edelman, of doing. But it's actually a little bit different. Edelman's survey was meant to find bias. So it was very pointed in asking questions of people to find out if they had heard certain things. And when it went further, it actually then asked pointed questions like, have you heard that Brian Kohberger was stalking a victim? Have you heard that Brian Kohberger was on social media with a victim? That technically was poisonous to the jury pool because it was putting out things that maybe people hadn't heard and rumors. That was the whole reason why the judge wanted it halted until he could review it, because it was putting things out into a potential jury pool that could be poisonous. It sounds like what the Goncalveses are doing is not pointed at putting information into the jury pool. They're trying to seek out information from the jury pool. So they're trying to determine if people can be impartial. So when you do that, you're not going, oh, did you hear that the defendant said blah, 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 or did blah, blah, blah. No, instead what you're doing is just going, hey, you live in this community. Do you think you could be impartial if called for jury duty? Do you feel you can set bias aside and listen to what's being said? So completely different things with completely different end goals. One survey was to prove bias. What the Goncalveses are doing is to prove there isn't bias. Now, is it smart? Maybe not, because this could kind of push Judge over the top to move the trial if he wasn't going to. But at the same time, they're not doing anything illegal. They're not poisoning a potential jury pool. They have a constitutional right to free speech, and they can chit chat with people in the community. They can ask, do you feel you're unbiased? That's a fair question to ask. So I think this is much ado about nothing. And I just wanted to point out they're not doing anything illegal.